and welcome to day 29 of our Rise and Shine Creating 2020 Vision series. And we are on day 9 of having our emotions conversation and how those support you in moving forward. And today I have with me here again, Keith Leon S. Welcome, Keith.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Keith, it's awesome because you were with us at the very beginning of this whole series when we were talking about vision. And now here you are again, and we're going to talk about emotions and how that supports people moving forward. And so real quick, hello to all of our live and replay viewers. Please go ahead and say hello in the comments. And we love connecting with you and, of course, answering any questions, hearing your takeaways and all of that. And a quick hello to Helene, who's already with us, saying hello.
Hi, Helene.
So awesome to see all of you here. And Sherry also with us. Fantastic. So let me go ahead and do a brief intro of who Keith is. I'm going to be sharing a little bit more with you today than from the last time he was here because he has a new project coming out. So Keith Leon S. is an author, publisher, and vibrational visionary. His newest published book is Navigating the Clickety-Clack, How to Live a Peace-Filled Life in a Seemingly Toxic World. It releases November 4th and features New York Times bestselling authors Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, and Christy Whitman, along with 17 additional inspirational authors. And you can go to beyondbeliefbooks.com to find out more about Keith and his work. And we have another link we're going to be sharing in the chat about how you can attend the book launch party for Navigating the Clickety-Clack as well. Keith, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. And tell them who one of the other superstar authors is in that book.
I'm in the book as well. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm super excited and honored to be part of this book. So what a treat for sure.
Yeah. For all of you listening, you know what a rock star Kim is and how incredibly valuable her chapter would be in a book called How Navigating the Clickety-Clack, How to Live a Peace-Filled Life in a Seemingly Toxic World, right? So, of course, she would be one of the people that I would invite to be part of that.
Thank you so much, Keith. And I went ahead and just posted the link to the book launch party down in the chat. And Keith, you shared some exciting news for me. I mean, like the room is almost filled. So
yeah. I just checked again before we went on. So it's 457. There's only 500 spots available, and there's 457 people registered. So if you're watching this now, you want to come register before it's full. If you click and it's too late, you're watching this later, then just go to my Facebook page because I'll go live on Facebook. But of course, it's going to be better for you to be on live because I'm giving away prizes during the event, and they're really valuable prizes. So you'll want to be there.
Definitely. Yes. So if you would like to join our book launch party, it's going to be lots of fun. Bob Proctor is going to be there. Christy Whitman will be there. Right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So, okay. So Keith, tell us a little bit more. Would you like to tell everyone a little bit more about who you are and what you do before we get into our emotions conversation?
A little bit more. Well, I love to be in live rooms and share with people things like the subject of this book, how to stay peaceful when everything around you seems to be going to hell in a handbag. Well, that's what's coming to right now to mind, the way things have been lately. So I think this book is coming out in the most perfect time. And as you know, right now, we're not able to be in rooms in front of people in many states. And so I've recently come to one of those states, which is Florida. And so I'm now booking events that I'm going to go be able to be in front of people again and share face to face and connect with people and get hugs, which is something that I've been missing greatly during this time.
Oh, well, I'm very happy for you then, Keith. That's awesome. Good to know. Okay. Yeah. So Keith, we have been on this journey of talking about how can a person move forward towards their vision, their goals. And right now we're at the stage where we're talking about the value of person's emotions and really being able to direct and steer them in a certain direction. What comes up for you just in general when you start to think about the gift of a person's emotions?
There's so many ways to process them, and it's different for everyone, the most effective way to process them. So for one person, best way to process an emotion sometimes is to remove themselves away from the situation. Go watch a movie that makes you laugh and just shut it down. Sometimes it's go within and pray. Sometimes it's reach out to somebody who you know is living a peace-filled life and ask them for tips or tools. So when I think of emotions, I think of all the multiple ways to process them and how it's different for each person, which is why I've always taught so many different types of tools at my events, so that someone in the room, every person in the room is like, oh, that one was for me. I want to be able to provide that.
That is such a good point. I hear so much freedom in that as you talk about everyone, there's multiple ways to process emotions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was really good, Keith. Here's what I love. We have multiple conversations about the same subject and different things come up every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what would you say about a person who is maybe experiencing more of that seemingly toxic experience right now and emotions that may come up with that? And, what would be a really good starting way for them to start to process through some of that to move them towards that peace?
Mm. Well, first, I would highly suggest getting this book we're coming out with tomorrow, because that's 20 people that I asked to give you tips and tools to be able to deal with that. The ones that I've used personally is I've done a lot of experiential growth work over the years. So live seminars that were specifically for that purpose, to help give me the tools to process those things. But specifically what comes to mind is The Work of Byron Katie. So if you put in Byron Katie, The Work, there are tons of videos, and she has a process where you just kind of plug in whatever's going on for you into this template and process it in the way that she teaches. And it's powerful work, especially for someone who's just starting out in this kind of work, right? Experiential growth stuff. If you can't go to a live room, go find Byron Katie, The Work, go on, watch some videos, watch her, the way she processes people with the worksheet open, and then you'll go, oh, okay, I get it. And then you can work with what you have. That's one way.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. So when someone starts the journey of that work and they're exploring their emotions, something that's been coming up lately, and it's just so fitting because we are moving towards the next theme of our Creating 2020 Vision series, and that's going to be action. And so, it's every single piece has its place. And something that's been coming up as I gear towards the action piece is there have been a lot of conversations about shutting down the emotions, about, don't let your emotions control you and all this. And let me just first ask, what's your response to that? What's your response to emotions not being a helpful thing?
I think they absolutely do help. Everything that we create, including our emotions, is for a reason. It is to show us something that we can learn from. And so I say, like at the beginning, maybe go watch a movie that, makes you laugh or whatever. That's just to take you out of the heaviness of the emotion, like the heaviness, but then come back to it and look at it. I think when you process emotion, then it reveals clear next steps. Like that's the result of being willing to work through an emotion, is clarity, is that 2020 vision that we're looking for, is the aha moment is on the other side of processing emotion. So I wouldn't stuff them down. I'm kind of a face it head on kind of guy. However, if when I look at it, it's feeling like it's punching me in the face, that's when I might go step off for a minute and know I'm too emotional right now.
Right.
Right. And do something to kind of calm down and see if I can look at it a little more neutrally than I was. So I think sometimes short time avoidance is okay, but I don't think stuffing down and not dealing with emotion is healthy or beneficial for anyone.
Yeah, I love that you brought that up. What comes up for me is they inform that action.
Mm.
And it can, if someone's in that place of avoiding or just staying in distraction mode, right? I'm just going to distract myself. Like, I love that you mentioned that distraction mode is more of a temporary situation to kind of diffuse some of the intensity so you can process it. and then, process the intensity, right? And then actually go into, well, what was that about? Like, feel that, and then get your action. I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
So Keith, go ahead. Did you have something else?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Okay. So when I asked Keith actually meant to touch base with you about this before we went live. I asked Keith for an empowering quote, and he said, "You know what, Kim? I'm going to give you one from the book."
Which one did I pick?
You didn't give me one. You were going to give. What's a favorite quote of yours, just in general?
A favorite quote of mine is "Go within, go within, go within, go within, go within." That was my favorite quote from the book. Who do you think you are? Discover the purpose of your life. That I did. I mean, I got quotes from all of the most famous people in the world, and I got interviewed and got chapters from all the most famous people in the world, and they all put different words on it, but every one of them were saying that in different ways. But it was go within, go within, go within, go within, go. From being at my angel event and my angel book, ultimately the message that I learned is from the angels that everything that we need to know is right here inside of us. And so when we access, sit down, and are willing to work with that part of us that knows the answer to every question, then we can access that. So yeah, that's my favorite quote. Was I just was like, well, it can't get any more clear than that. She said 5 go withins. Go within, go within, go within, go within, go within. It's like, I got it.
So to repeat that's go within.
Right.
If anyone missed that.
Times 5. Yeah.
I love it. And I totally hear you. I get what you're saying. I notice the same thing. It's like, no matter how many times I ask people, about their thoughts on this or that, it all comes back down to go within, do the work, breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So
is important.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So good.
So many of us that work on computers, we forget to breathe. Forget to breathe. Have you ever went, whoa, right? Because
Yes.
we're all tight and we're typing, and it's like the worst position you could ever be in to breathe. And so that's why, setting a timer for every so often to just sit back and go, and take 3 easy breaths just to remember to breathe, because that's an important part of health, I'm told by many of my author friends that we published. They all say breathing is so important.
Well, Helene is saying go within over and over. Exactly. And so, okay. And so Keith, when I asked you what your 2020 vision is, and of course he gave us an answer earlier in the year. And I believe this is a new answer you gave this time around. You said, to touch and inspire everyone I come in contact with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How does that, what's the meaning of that for you?
That's literally the answer that I got many years ago about what my purpose in life was, to touch and inspire everyone that I come in contact with. And so that comes down to what I call my 3 feet. All right. So there's this 3 feet. It includes me and the 3 feet around me. And so that's what I work on first. That's what I needed to work on first. I needed to love myself unconditionally. I needed to love myself when I was at 310 pounds and love myself now. I needed to love myself with acne. I needed to love myself when I make mistakes, when I say something stupid, to forgive myself. And so when I finally did the work and felt like I am now able to really be loving and caring to me within that 3 feet, now my focus is, okay, so everyone that I'm in contact with that comes in my 3 feet, how am I with that person? Am I loving? Am I caring? Do I listen to them? Let them finish their sentence. Be with them instead of thinking about what I'm going to say next, like so many do, right? How am I with that person that's in my 3 feet? And that's so important. So everyone I come in contact with, then I started speaking in front of rooms. So now I expand that 3 feet to fill the room. How am I being with the people that are in this room? Am I loving? Am I caring? If somebody stands up and asks a question that's already been answered twice by me in the talk, am I the one who's just like, oh, thank you for asking that again? Because maybe they asked because 10 other people in the room needed to hear it 3 times. I don't know. So how can I be loving to everyone in the room the whole time that I'm in the room? And then, and only then, am I able to sit down and then focus and expand my energy out to the world and include the world in that. And I fully believe in that.
Well, and that's the value of taking time to be present with your emotions so that you can be in that expansive mode. Otherwise, if you're just avoiding and distracting, then you're constantly blocking, and your energy can't expand out, like you said.
Yeah, and you're not able to access the answers of go within, go within, go within. So you can access the answer to any question through spirit, God, universe, inner guidance, inner knowing, intuition, all of Jehovah, whatever you want to call it. Right? It doesn't care what you call it, as long as you
As you
call
call
it.
it.
Right? And that's a Keith Leon as quote. Doesn't care what you call it as long as you call it. And so we're all kind of calling it something else, but we're all talking about the same thing, and that is the direct connection to the source that created everything, us and everything. And because we're made up of the energy of that everything, source, God, spirit, universe, angels, we have direct access to it as long as we sit, ask, and more importantly, listen. Focus on that one emotion, that one question, until you receive the answer about that. And most entrepreneurs like me, shiny object syndrome, whoa, forget that we asked the question, off over here now, off over here now. Whew, that was the practice I had to develop, was sit down in the one question until I received the answer. And then if I had to get up and go somewhere, I just keep repeating the answer in my head till I get the answer.
I love that, Keith. Okay. So being present with Keith right now in this moment, not getting distracted. Keith, I want to ask you, so a lot of times, sometimes people don't go within or don't stay present with those emotions, don't revisit them because they don't feel good. They feel painful. They feel scary. It's too overwhelming to think about even going to those places and feeling those emotions. And so it's kind of a sense of feeling unsafe.
Yeah.
What would you say to a person who, to help them feel more safe, to allow themselves to feel emotions so they can get that guidance and move beyond?
Yeah. Reach out to someone who makes you feel safe. And I can't think of one person, if you called them and said, okay, I'm going through this right now and I just need support. Whether it be, can you just be on the phone and let me just throw this up? Just like say it. And I don't want any advice. I don't want anything. I just want to be able to voice this.
Yeah.
Or I'd love to voice until I'm done. And then I would love some feedback or whatever. And I know that when you're in that moment, that is the time that the least thing you want to do is to reach out to anybody, or that you would even think of that's the time to reach out to anybody, because of the emotion kind of blocks that. So if you think about it now and set it up now, right? If you know there's something that's coming up that you might have emotions about, maybe you put a post-it, when in this, get support, call so-and-so, a note to yourself. Oh yeah, I said if I was feeling this, I wanted to do that.
That's a really
Just a
good one.
reminder for yourself, and then if you do put it on a post-it, constantly move that post-it, because as soon as you've seen something somewhere a few times, it just blends in and you never see it again. So if there's something you do want to remember, just move it every day. Move the post-it over here, pick it up, move it somewhere else, constantly move it. Then it looks like clutter. Then you see it every time.
What I love about that is that's really helping someone to start to reprogram their mind too, and get in there. Oh, that's right. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to reach out to other people, or whatever it may be that is the key phrase that person wants to remember on that sticky. There was a whole few years in a row where I was constantly writing notes on stickies and putting them in places where I would remember them, because I didn't want to keep going through certain cycles or patterns that I was experiencing. Right. So that's a great tip. I love that.
Yeah, but you have to constantly move them. Then you'll see them every time. You'll go, oh yeah, that. Oh, why's that there? It's clutter. So it jumps out at you. Really cool tip I got years ago.
I love that. And well, okay. So Keith, I think this is a great time to go ahead and pull a card from your angel deck. What do you say about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so I want to show everyone, we have Keith's angel deck, Walking with Your Angels Daily Inspiration deck. And this is a phenomenal deck. So Okay, Keith. So let's do this. So I'll just do some light shuffling, and you say stop. Of course, if one pops out, we'll use that one too. But
All right. All right.
okay. So let me show everyone this gorgeous artwork.
All right. So this is the perfect card for this call, and those who are watching now, and then those who are watching later, shows up right on time. And as it's read, you're like, oh, that's exactly what I needed to hear today. And so go ahead and stop.
And that one turned sideways, I could tell. So let's see. Okay, we have Archangel Gabrielle.
Of course.
And it says, as the master teacher Jesus said, therefore I say to you, everything that you pray and ask, believe that you are receiving it, and you shall have it. No truer words have been spoken. You are in co-creation with the divine. What will you pray for today, believing you'll receive what you request?
Yes. I love that one. And she's beautiful. And of course, Gabriel, angels don't have a sex. So Gabriel shows up to a man, is in the Bible, shows up as a man to some people, but to some people as a woman, showed up to me as a woman and said, it's Gabrielle. So I was like, okay, cool. I stand corrected. but you can call me Gabriel. Okay, got it. And that was one of the messages that came through that when I was typing it, I was just like, oh, wow. Yes.
I think that's awesome. I've been to a couple of Keith's angel events, and that's totally stuck with me every time I see Archangel Gabrielle. I know this one's female. So,
yeah.
Would you like to pull another? Should we pull another?
Yeah, you pull it this time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm going to see which one pops out. So,
because for me, it'd be Gabrielle again. So.
Okay. Let's see here. What message wants to come through for everybody? There we go.
It'd be a different message, but it would be her again.
Okay, half of the deck just flew out. Okay,
that's awesome.
Okay, so the one here is Archangel Metatron.
Metatron.
And this one says, dear one, call upon me when you need support to balance your aura, to acclimate changes in ascension, and to adjust to major energetic shifts in your life. You have the power to face and conquer anything you put your vision and words behind. Speak your word, ask for my support, and I will remove any obstacles that may stand in the way of your creation. That is awesome.
Exactly what we were just talking about.
I love it.
Right? Vision, huh?
Okay, so Keith, we still have a few minutes, and one of the things I love to ask my guests, and it's always optional, but is, would you be open to making up a random song with the word emotions in it?
Emotions.
Emotions.
All right. And I don't have my guitar handy this time. All
That's
right. Okay. We all want 20/20 vision. So we are clear. Clarity, vision, and emotions. Processing those is what's happening here. And if you want to get your beliefs on track, come Wednesday to our party for the Clickety-Clack. There you go.
Oh, that was good. That was really good. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to put that link back up on the screen, but will you tell everyone again, where can they go? Where would you like to direct them to beyond today's show? I mean, the event.
If you go to beyondbeliefbooks.com, beyondbeliefbooks.com, that's a page where you can get all type of support things. So the cards that you've been pulling, Angel Home Study course, the book, anything that would support you in doing the work that we're talking about, processing emotions and using what I call angelic support, but using the support of the God of your understanding, or your helpers, or your guides, or whoever you want to connect with that makes you feel comfortable doing so. You just use that word, but you can use the same tools to access that information that you're looking for and wanting to process.
Awesome. And so that link is up on the screen right now, beyondbeliefbooks.com, to connect with Keith Leon S. and his inspirational products.
Yeah. And then if you just want to find out about me or see videos or interviews or anything that I've done, just go to Google and type in Keith Leon S. Keith Leon S, and you'll find all kinds of things there. I've been out there for a while, so.
Absolutely. And it's been awesome. Keith, I think this is our 4th interview here on the Every Day is a New Day show as well. So definitely can check out some more of those too. So Keith, I'm excited. I'm excited for the new book coming out, Navigating the Clickety-Clack, How to Live a Peace-Filled Life in a Seemingly Toxic World.
Love that cover. Love that cover.
It is a gorgeous cover.
Yeah, your name's on there. Huh.
Very exciting. Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, Christy Whitman, 17 others of us, all published by Keith. It's a fantastic book. One of those books where you can read a chapter, if all you have time is just a few minutes, read one chapter, be inspired. And I love stuff like that. So
yeah, the stories in that book are like fudge. You eat that first piece and you're like, yeah, you eat the second piece and it's great. You eat the third one, it's too rich. It's too much for one day. You really want to take your time with the 1 or 2 pieces and really process that and do the work. And especially this book, because each author is giving you the tools that brought them to be the kind of people that do stay peaceful in a seemingly toxic world. Those are the only people I interviewed in this book, were people that are a walking, talking demonstration of that quality. So you're getting tips from each of them. So I would say read one, go check out all the tips and all the resources that they gave you before moving on to the other. And that book would serve for a long time. Maybe you want to read it through first and come back to the beginning, but I'm just saying, like, all the tools are so powerful that you want to go explore all of those and the author. And see if you connect with them, and maybe they would be the one to support you when you reach out to get support for that emotion that you're working with.
I love that you connected that. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and just a quick reminder for everybody who's with us today, you can attend our book launch party on Zoom. Bob Proctor is going to be there, Christy Whitman, Keith, myself, hundreds of other people, literally. And now's the time to register for that. So definitely do that. And I'm excited, Keith. That's this Wednesday, the 4th of November, 2020.
And if you wait and you find that it's already booked, because it's like almost full now, it only holds 500 people in the room. So if you find it late, then go to my Facebook page, which I think it's Keith Leon 1. If you're searching Keith Leon 1, I believe is my page, and you'll see me, and then we're going to go live on Facebook with that if somebody's not in the room. But again, if you can get in now, then be in the room, because the gifts that I'm going to be giving away, everybody gets a gift for coming, and then the other gifts I'm giving away, it's literally what I'm giving away sells for $1,000, and I'm gifting that 4 times, I think, during the call. So
that's a huge gift, Keith.
Yeah. You know what it is. So
I do know what it is.
Yeah.
So definitely
you want to be there.
So if you want those free gifts, then you have to register to be able to receive those. So
yeah.
Awesome. Keith, I love you. I love who you are, and it's always so fun connecting with you. So thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Always my pleasure.
And with that is our show for today. So let us know what you're taking away from today's conversation about feeling those emotions, processing them, reaching out and gaining that support so that you can shift into that mindful space and expand your energy outward and move into that next phase of taking action. What you desire, the direction you want to move towards, there's so much value in that, and you deserve that. You're worthy of that. And I just hope that you'll know that your emotions can actually be in service to you in moving in that direction. So that is our show for today. Have an amazing day, everybody. Continue to move in the direction of what is most inspiring and empowering for you. Hope to see you on Wednesday at the Clickety-Clack, Navigating the Clickety-Clack book launch event on Zoom. And I'll be back again on Thursday with another awesome guest here on Rise and Shine, Creating 2020 Vision. Stay right there, Keith. I'll see everybody else very soon. Bye. Yeah, love it.